Do you ever feel like your mornings are just chaotic? Like you're starting the day already behind? Well, today we're going to unlock an ancient blueprint that promises to change all that. It's hidden in Psalm 5, and we're going to break it down into a powerful, practical 4-step routine that you can literally start using tomorrow morning.
But seriously, think about it for a second. How do you start your day right now? Is it the frantic scroll through your phone, the rush to get out the door? For so many of us, we're just reacting to whatever the day throws at us instead of actually taking command of it from the very start.
Well, it turns out, thousands of years ago, a king who was under an insane amount of pressure, King David, left us a blueprint. And this isn't just some nice poetic piece of writing. No, this is an actionable strategy for grabbing God's focused attention and setting a tone of power for your entire day. So let's dive in.
All right, step 1. It all begins with this: pray with purpose. And I don't mean just mumbling a few words while you're still half asleep. This is about being intentional, deliberate.
Just listen to the language David uses here. It's so active. He's asking God to give ear, to consider, to hearken. Then he states what he's going to do. I will pray, I will direct my prayer, and I will look up. You see, this isn't passive at all. It's a focused, intentional engagement. So what does this look like for us? Well, it really boils down to 3 key things. First, you commit the morning. You make a decision to set aside that first part of your day for God. Second, you present everything. Not just the words you can say, but what the psalmist calls your meditation. You know, those deep, unspoken worries and feelings. And third, you look up. That means you pray with real, hopeful expectation, actually watching for God to answer.
Okay, on to step 2. And this one is so important because it's a step we often skip. Before rushing in with our list of what we want, David shows us how critical it is to just pause and remember the character of the God we're talking to.
Now that sounds pretty intense, right? But what David is doing here is grounding himself and his prayer in reality. He's reminding himself that God is absolutely holy. He's perfectly just. This isn't about flattery. It's about aligning our own perspective with the truth of who God actually is. And this brings up a huge question. I mean, if God is that holy, if he cannot stand wickedness, how in the world can any of us approach him? You've got this unshakable, perfect holiness on one side, and then you have us. How do those two things ever come together?
And here's the beautiful answer. David says, but as for me, he's drawing a huge contrast. He knows his ticket into God's presence has nothing to do with his own perfection. It's based entirely on what he calls the multitude of thy mercy. It's not our goodness that gets us in. It's his overwhelming, abundant grace. That's the foundation for everything.
So once we've come with purpose and we've remembered who God is and how we're able to approach him, then we get to step 3, asking for clear, practical direction for the day that's right in front of us. I absolutely love this verse. It's so real. Make thy way straight before my face. He's basically saying, God, make the right path so obvious that I can't miss it. And look at his reason. Because of mine enemies. He's fully aware that people are watching him, and he knows his integrity is on the line.
So let's just quickly break that down for our own prayers. We're asking for his righteousness, not our own version of what's right. We're asking for a straight path, one that's clear and easy to follow. And we're remembering that the way we live is a witness to a world that is watching. And why do we need that clear guidance so badly? Well, David uses this incredibly graphic image. He says the throat of a wicked person is an open sepulcher, an open grave. Just picture that for a second. The words that come out of their mouth don't bring life. They carry the stench of death, of decay, of corruption. And that's exactly why we need God to make his path straight for us, so we can navigate a world that's so often full of that kind of destructive deceit.
And all of this brings us to the final, amazing outcome of this morning routine. The payoff, really. When we follow these steps, we can walk into our day confidently expecting 2 things: joy and protection.
But pay close attention to where that joy comes from. It's not because life is suddenly perfect. No, they're told to shout for joy because thou defendest them. The joy is anchored in the solid, unshakable truth that God is their defender, not in whether they're having a good day or a bad day.
And this right here, this is the grand finale of the whole psalm. It's this incredible declaration of faith. God's favor isn't just a little sprinkle of blessing. It will compass him. That means surround him, completely enclose him like a massive, all-protecting shield. Can you imagine starting your day with that picture in your head?
So there it is, a powerful 4-step morning routine straight out of Psalm 5 that can totally reframe your entire day. But, just hearing about it is one thing. Actually doing it is where the power is.
So to really make this stick, here are a few simple next steps. Go through the flashcards to get these ideas down. Then take the quiz to lock it all in. But honestly, the most important thing you can do is just try it. Tomorrow morning, give this a shot. Walk through these 4 steps and see what happens.
This explainer was created using source material from the You Need Faith in Jesus team.